Well, it's official. Daniel Jones tore his ACL and is out for the rest of the season, which also means the Giants season is officially over, even though many fans, including myself, have known it's been over for a few weeks now. So now, something that Giants fans know all too well is it's time to look forward to the next offseason, and it's not even week 10 yet. And you have to feel for the guy. He was given a massive contract, which came with a ton of pressure from the organization and the fan base, and he's not really gotten a chance to show he's been worth it. I mean, to start the season, he practically had no offensive line, and then he got injured and was forced to miss a few games with a neck injury. And then in his first game back, with a fully healthy offensive line, he tore his ACL. So my prayers are with him, and I'm hoping for a speedy recovery. But as far as the rest of the season goes, I'd expect a lot of losses coming our way, Giants fans. So just be prepared, especially if we choose to roll with Tommy DeVito at QB going forward, which I'm not totally opposed to. I know a lot of Giants fans aren't going to like hearing this, but there is no point in winning any more games this year. We're not making the playoffs, so the more games we win, the worse our draft pick is going to be. And we've already locked up all our key players to multi-year contracts like Andrew Thomas and Dexter Lawrence, so we don't have to worry about them leaving. So why not just suffer through this season, something that we're already used to, and try to get someone who can actually help this team win next year, whether it's a number one receiver or, dare I say, a new franchise quarterback? It's no secret that Daniel Jones got overpaid this past offseason and was probably a bad move in hindsight, so I think the glaring question looming over Joe Schoen and the Giants this upcoming offseason is, should Daniel Jones be replaced? With the way the Giants structure the contract, they can get out of it next season, which means it's not an outrageous thought that the Giants could look to draft a QB in the draft, especially if they're picking in the top 5, which is looking more and more likely now. There are, in my opinion, 2 really good quarterback prospects in this year's draft, being former Heisman winning quarterback Caleb Williams from USC and quarterback Drake May from North Carolina, both of which I think would be immediate upgrades from Daniel Jones. And Brian Daboll and Joe Schoen can really start from scratch and build up a system around their guy, because Daniel Jones was never their guy, and I think ownership had a lot to do with the decision to sign Daniel Jones to that contract. Now, understandably, a lot of fans might not like that idea because there would be a ton of dead money tied up into Daniel Jones. So if that's not an option, we could also be in position to draft a quote-unquote generational talent at the wide receiver position, something that we haven't had since OBJ. And that man's name is Marvin Harrison Jr. Yes, son of Colts legend Marvin Harrison Sr. Something that Daniel Jones has never really had is a true number 1 target to throw to. I mean, we've tried with guys like Kenny Golladay and most recently Darren Waller, but neither of those guys are like Marvin Harrison Jr. I think he could make all the difference for this offense, and it would give Daniel Jones his first real shot to prove that he's the guy. And if for some reason he doesn't show he's the guy next season with a number 1 receiver, then we can look to pivot from him after next season. But either way the Giants choose to move forward, I trust Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll to make the right decision. This is an unfortunate situation for Giants fans, and we do deserve better, and hopefully better days are to come.